clubhouse as well.
This is just past Soderstrom into right field, and Julio picks up a knock. His first hit of the season.
Athletics signed Luis Severino, and
Julio, big jump. Randy just gets out of the way. Julio, a headlong slide, and he's safe. Picks up his first stolen base of the year.
Again, we start a guy like Luis Severino, more of a veteran, come in.
Julio breaks for third, and he is safe. He steals second, and moments later he swipes third.
From the Pirates.
There goes Victor. Julio skies this to left field. Lift up, Julio! All the way up top, and the Mariners have taken the lead. He's go 5 innings in this one tonight, given the fact that your lineup put so many runs on the board. Julio into the corner, and wow, did he make the catch? It's dropped, and McKinstry can't find it. Julio is racing to third, and he gets the stop sign there. It was in the glove of McKinstry, and then it must have
throw a pitch.
Julio up the middle into center field. Julio's got a multi-hit night.
Mind you, though, Mark Lowe, former teammate of mine and still a good friend of mine, but
last year he really kind of found the sweet spot in terms of how hard to swing. Julio maybe has a chance at this, and he does. He makes the catch and takes a hit away from Kerry Carpenter. We're thanks to a home run. Julio cracks this deep the right opposite way. Julio is, let's see, it is. It's a home run, an opposite field home run in San Francisco. You don't say that very often for a right-handed bat. And he strikes immediately against Justin Verlander. It's 1-0 Mariners.
What's on the other side, you think about this, we talked about how hard it is to hit a home run to that side.
Splits the left side for a base hit, and that moves JP into second. Julio a 2-for-2 day off of Verlander. The Mariners have something cooking right away, including an opposite field homer. On the button backhand, and it's not handled by Adames this time. That ball was scalded. 111 off the bat of Julio. 4 balls in play, nothing south of 102 from Julio Rodriguez today.
That ball was absolutely smoked, and I know Adames and Julio were going back and forth after the line drive, and he probably doesn't feel like talking about that one because that one stings off the body. Right? They were the last team in baseball not to commit an error.
Both runners take off, no throw. A double steal by the Mariners. Robles to third, and Julio into second.
And Robles is always itching.
Miller on a 2-2. Into left center field, base hit. And Julio cuts it off there. Adames going for second. Here comes a throw. Bliss ready to tag. All kinds of time. And he is out by a mile at second base. Perfect throw from Julio. And Adames is out number 3. It was Adames who. Julio slugs this out to left field. This is cranked deep, and Julio, for the second time this series, goes deep in the first inning. It's a 1-0 Mariners lead.
You love to see this, Aaron, because when a pitcher, throws something early on, just try.
There goes Julio. Throw to second, and Julio is safe. Ball gets away from Rogers. Fourth solo. On an 0-2. Shot on a line. Right field, base hit. Solano in. Mastroboni on his way home. He scores. Julio into second base. He has tied this game in the 9th inning.
Well, I love the approach by Julio Rodriguez.
Fly ball out towards the gap, left center field. Taveras can't get there. Crawford makes a turn at second. This rolls to the base of the wall. It gets past Taveras. Here comes JP on his way home. He scores. Julio a headlong slide with a triple, and the Mariners have tied it in the third inning.
12 times 40 years. I said.
That's a tough play for Seager. He's got no throw. It's an infield base hit for Julio. The Mariners have a couple of minutes. What a guy. On a line to right field, and that's a lot better from Julio. Takes a 96-mile-an-hour fastball and sends it the opposite way for a... Julio leading things off into center field for a base hit. His second hit today. Here in Cincinnati, some day baseball. Julio goes after the first pitch and lashes this into right field for a base hit. The Mariners have the go-ahead run aboard. Good way to start the fifth as Singer's pitch count is over 80 and the Reds bullpen beginning to move around. 2 outs, JP aboard. Ground ball up the middle and it sneaks into center field for a base hit. JP is holding put at second base. Mariners keep the... Here is Julio. Julio drives this, a bolt out to left field, and it bangs off the wall. Julio into second base. He slides in with a double. That ball was scalded. You know, if the fences were the old height.
I didn't want, yeah. People do the giveaways, get upset with me.
Jammed and fair just inside the line. Julio trying to stretch this for 2, and he'll get there as the ball kind of dies in front of Abreu. That is not your prototypical Julio. And steps Julio. Shoots this to the right side for a base hit. Some traffic in the first inning for the Mariners. Good start for Julio. 1-out single. There is a little bit of a subjective nature for the umpire. On the ground, it splits the left side. Dylan Moore races home. There's no throw to the plate. It's a 6-2 Mariners lead. They have played add-on, which is absolutely critical here of all places. The 0-2. This is stabbed by Bregman on a dive. Fair ball thrown to first base. Safe! Julio beats it out. A tremendous play by Bregman, but too much speed by Julio. Made his debut last year. Julio, first pitch, goodbye, off the foul pole.
Yeah, for a few different reasons, but
now towards left center, Julio chasing. Julio with a leap makes the catch. Covered a lot of ground, and there is out number 1. For Julio, 2 outs. Goes after the first pitch, ground ball sharply hit right side and through. Crawford is in to score. Mastrobuoni races home, throw to second, safe at second base. Rivas is all right there. And the Jack Kohanowitz, a young right-handed pitcher, is on the mound. First pitch is hit firmly through the left side. Base hit. Julio is aboard right away, and a good start for the Mariners.
Julio continuing to be aggressive on that.
1 out, nobody on. 0-2. On the ground, Neto having a range, tackles this in short left field, got no play. Julio an infield base hit. Now Julio at the plate. He corks this out to center field. This is way back there for Paris, and it bangs off the wall. Full steam ahead. JP Crawford's coming home, flying to the plate. He is safe. Julio drives him in with a wall ball double, and it's 6-3 in the 7th.
Yeah, that ball was hit so well. JP had zero hesitation to hold up.
Some damage, and then it's different thinking.
Inside out to right field, base hit as Thomas is being held at third. And the Mariners have the bases loaded for Cal Raleigh. Last time up, patient ERA in the game. To center, blasted back and gone. Julio starts off the month with a bang. His 5th home run this year, and it's a 10 spot tonight in Texas. Wow.
Mercy rule. That's what I love to see right there. He's going to have to continue to get hot, baby. Little protection for Polo. No pitch.
On base for that man, Cal Raleigh. Ground ball deep in the hole to shortstop. Seager is there today. Throw is up the line and not in time. Julio beats it out. Bruce Bochy wants to know if he should challenge this, but as it stands, it's an infield base hit.
Corey Seager's margin for error with Julio running is so small.
To the gap, left center field. Julio is able to get there. He makes the catch. A huge out, number 2. Man, can he cover some ground. Only 4 pitches and 2 outs for Springs. Julio shoots this high towards the gap. Slicing towards right center. Ticketed for the berm. Home run, Julio. And the Mariners lead it 1-0 right away. Two-1 to Julio. Kurtz over towards the screen, readjusting, and that ball really came back, or he completely misplayed it. It's a fair ball, and Julio is aboard. Julio's got a Polanco a lead. Line into left field for a base hit. Polanco into second base. Mariners have the tying run in scoring position, the go against the Texas teams, and then they've just been off and running ever since. Hard hit ground ball off the mound into center field for Julio. A 2-out single. He is aboard to extend the first inning. Julio broken bat, and it's right over Wilson's glove. 2-out single.
Counts 2-0, 2-1, 3-1.
On the ground through the right side. That ball hit very hard by Julio. Man, almost 115 off the bat. 6 outs tonight, trailing by 2. Hit hard on a line. Varsho can't get there, and one hops him. And Julio is aboard. He got another heater and did something with it. With 3 home runs and hardly a strikeout mixed in. On the ground, and this is able to skirt through into center field for a base hit.
Sting baseballs, 110, 115 off the bat.
Punched deep, left center field, leaving the yard and gone. That was a tank.
One fastball, it's really hard to cover 2.
This is smacked out towards left center. Julio appears, slides, and makes the catch. Out there. Definitely has a little bit of a soccer vibe to it. This is on the ground. Mariners have done this a couple of times already. Some ground balls that have gotten through the left side. Out to Julio. He's given some ground. He's onto the track. He is at the wall. Julio, does he do it? Julio just took it back. No fly zone. First pitch to Julio. Down the right field line, and a fair ball. It just sneaks fair. Tavares scores. Rivas races home. Julio tiptoes into second base, and he has put the Mariners in front early. It's a 2-run double for Julio.
Sometimes, you know, you have to simplify things and just go out there and compete at a high level.
There's a little tapper, and that's going to be a tough play if it stays fair, and it is a fair ball on an infield hit. Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam. We're hearing all the Pearl Jam songs in between innings. Here's a liner through, a base hit past Cronenworth, and Rodriguez is on to start the 6th inning.
The 0-2. This is dumped into shallow right field. Base hit for Julio, a 2-out single, and his hitting continues here in San Diego. Keeps the line moving for Cal Raleigh. Yeah, so we're swapping booths for an inning in the 4th. This is to Julio, and it really started to die, maybe knuckle a little bit, and Julio is able to make the catch. He gets jammed a little bit. A soft fly ball, shallow left center field, base hit. Rivas scores. Julio with an RBI base hit, and it's a 6-1 lead in the 9th inning.
We are checking in with the ball middle of the plate. Jumps all over it. We saw that in spring training too from him.
Out to left field, clobbered deep and gone. Grand slam. Julio takes it deep and clears them off. Here's the 1-1. Well, this is hammered out to center field. Robert racing after it, and it is gone over the fence, and right away a blast from Julio. A 3-run bolt, and the Mariners take an early lead.
We saw Julio on the first night with that grand slam, hit that ball to left field. He's been pulling the ball a lot more.
Pepperoni. Julio closing on this, and he slides and makes the catch. Little slip and slide out. He has not given up a run. This is down the line and fair. It scoots into the corner. J.P. Crawford is on his horse. He's flying home. Here comes the throw. He is safe. Julio Rodriguez gets Brian Abreu part 2, and he has tied the game in the 7th inning.
Oh my goodness. How much pressure is Christopher right there sending him? He's probably thinking, oh, please score right here. Get the piano off your back.
Julio takes off, and it squirts away there from Caratini. Julio easily gets second base. Thumb, and he's been out ever since. Kind of a freak accident. Rolled over left side and through as Julio is aboard. 2-out base hit.
Again, you're not going to.
Julio, who got things going that inning. He shoots this on a line into center field, and it drops in front of Myers. So 2-for-2 day for Julio. 1-1. Broken bat. It's dropping in for a base hit left field. Cal Raleigh is pedaling to third. Altuve's throw is not nearly in time. Julio tiptoes into second, and he's safe there. The Mariners in business. 2 outs, second and third in the 7th inning.
Just as he goes into his windup, you try to look off to the side.
Fly ball, left field, belted back, and Julio starts tonight with a 2-run home run.
Well, Julio picked up that release point from Mitchell Parker. At first glance, it looked like it might have gotten in on his hands a little bit, but this ball had some carry.
Here's Julio. Straightaway center field and shallow. This is going to be tricky, and it's botched. It was Garcia trying to make a highlight reel over the shoulder catch, and he swatted it away like a bug. It's a 7.
Then it would crack, and then you'd have to replace them.
So everybody's got this in their locker someplace.
Yes.
It's just
not anymore. Again.
Right. Julio.
The world has changed as Julio makes a fantastic grab.
There goes Julio. Inside the throw and tagged by Abrams. He's safe. Go ahead, run it. Shoots this into right field for a base hit. Williamson is held at third. All right, here's a question for you. The longer this inning goes, bases are low. This is through the left side for a base hit. Leadoff single for Julio.
Well, good to see that hit by pitch last night isn't carrying over this evening.
1-2. Hit hard through the left side for a base hit, and Cal Raleigh will bat.
Numbers up above the strike zone like that. He only has one home run at the top of the zone.
That's a base hit for Julio Rodriguez.
So you can, like, every now and then as a big league pitcher, you got to tip your hat, because Cal Raleigh, a super
68-70% of the time, depending on when you look at the stat, but it happens a lot. That is sliced up the middle. Diving play by Clemens. He's not going to have a chance at the out, but an exceptional play to keep it on.
As falsetto as I get right there, that was a close one.
2-2, guided in the air and down into center field, a base hit. Tommy Watkins waves around Walner. Throw to the plate. It's a dart from Julio Rodriguez. A buzzsaw from center field.
We only have a certain amount of them. Come on, guys.
On a line, Julio charging this. Julio dives, tumbles, and Julio makes the catch. Ground ball hopping up the middle, and it's booted. It's booted at second base, and a break for the Mariners as Clemens, who's played so well defensively today, does not come up with a clean. There he goes, on to second. The throw is very high. Julio pops up. He's on his way to third, and the winning run is 90 feet away. Big chopper over the mound. Henderson, not an easy play. Bare hand throw, and it's wide. And Julio is aboard with an infield base hit. Swinging bunt, Povich down to a knee to first, not in time. Infield base hit. Soft fly ball, shallow center field, and it drops into no man's land for a base hit. Cal Raleigh pushes into third. Keeps the line moving, a double and now a single. The Mariners. Julio takes off for second base. Rutschman's throw, the tag, and he's safe. Gorgeous Dana Point here in Southern California. Julio jammed a little bit, fights this off, dropping into shallow left center field, and it dunks in for a base hit. Leadoff man reaches for the first time tonight.
Let myself hit it out of the catcher's glove. Let it travel, and it's another to do it.
Julio races to third, and he gets there without a throw. His 10th stolen base this year, and he
to recognize what he's trying to do to you right here.
Fly ball cracked deep center field. Adele back, and it bangs off the wall. It stays in the yard. Here comes Julio. He's got a chance for a round tripper, and now held up. He was being 2-0 pitch. Deep fly ball center field. Julio showing his numbers, nearing the wall. Julio! He robbed another home run! Straight up over the wall to take it back. Home run robbery last night. And on the hands a little bit, able to fight it off, and he drops it into left field for a base hit. Polanco, a very aggressive turn. And it pays off for him. The Mariners have him on the corners.
It's a really good
shot. Almost picks off our second base umpire. Watch out, Brian Walsh. That was a screamer. 110 from Julio. He's 2 for 2.
And this is just a continuation of what we've been seeing.
Through another in terms of the home run ball. Julio bolts for second. Pitch a strike. The throw, the tag, and he's safe. Julio swipes second base.
What I just realized with Cal.
Ground ball up the middle. Perdomo, 360 spin. It's not in time. Julio runs too well. Infield base hit. Another single.
Strong. We've seen him hit some monster home runs.
Julio into center field. Greets Murillo with a base hit. And the Mariners now have the go-ahead run in scoring position.
At the time, but he hits the ball so hard.
This one on the line. Good to see a pulled ball in the air from Julio. Leadoff single. 112 to your point.
Exactly, and it has intentionally everything to the center. Everything to the center.
Line firmly into center field from Julio. Here comes Williamson on his way home. He scores standing. RBI base hit that was stung by Julio. 9-3 Diamondbacks.
And then we've seen this more and more. We saw a line drive up the middle last night. Another line drive in his second at bat.
Some of the things he has seen from the lineup as of late. Hit hard on the ground. Perdomo can't get to it. One out base hit for Julio, who is aboard. 2-0 beginning the sixth. In the air out towards right center field, and this ball touches down base of the wall. Julio into second base, and he stands up there with a double. Nice to see some extra base pop out of Julio to set the table in the sixth inning.
The yard a little bit more and find those gaps.
This is pulled sharply down the line. Fair ball. Second extra base hit today for Julio. And this is hopefully a sign of things to come. Julio getting the ball in the air and a pulled ball in the air. His second. This is line over Ramirez, and it rolls into the corner. Julio into second base as the doubles are starting to come from Julio.
Up in the zone, you could just not try and do too much with it.
Julio. It's underneath the glove of Williams, and yeah, keep a peek at Crawford. Now the 3-2 in the air. Sounded like a broken bat dropping into that triangle. It's a base hit, and the Mariners have him on the corners. A little parachute job there from Julio. Julio takes off. The throw, and Julio is safe. Well, the Mariners have already sold him 2 bases. Yeah. Leads things off. Well, this is shot out towards center field. Julio tracking this. Julio makes the catch. Julio right back up the middle into center field. 2-1 for Cal. It's this hard the opposite way on the ground, and Julio is aboard with 2 outs, representing the go-ahead run.
Nearly 50% of the time.
Crow Armstrong started left, going right. Now can't find it, and he drops another one. Julio will throttle down at second base. He's had a couple of close misses out there. And you know it's a tough day when Crow Armstrong's having a hard time.
I mean, you can see the ivy behind him. I mean, the ivy is going crazy out there on the wall. At
shallow center, Crow Armstrong can't get to it. Mastroboni has to stay put. That ball was so shallow. Parachute singing right-hander is a giant. Julio rips this ball to left field, not coming back. Julio with a massive tank all the way to the second deck and falling down below. A long time coming. It's a 3-0 Mariners lead.
This is so good to see. Julio Rodriguez has not homered since May 22nd, or 27th rather. A drought of went right after the Twins tonight.
Julio plugs the gap in left center field. Mariners played a little add-on in the ninth inning. Canzone and Williamson both score. Julio a home run earlier, now a 2-run double.
Pitching and skews everything.
Now Julio breaks for second, pitches a strike, he slides in, and Julio is safe. That's his 13th bag, and Carlos Correa looks like 2-2. Big chopper. Not an easy play with Julio's speed, and Correa will have to eat it. It's an infield base hit, and the Mariners have some speed aboard. This ball chops deep in the hole at third. Young, a long high throw, and Julio is safe at first base.
We assume that these guys know and have it down.
Hit hard and underneath Seager's glove. This rolls sharply as Carter's able to cut it off in front of the warning track. JP is into third. It's a hard. Through the right side for a base hit, and the table is set for Cal Raleigh. Crawford to second. Julio comes up with his third hit tonight.
It's another bullet. You start pressing that button, I'd mess up pressing buttons.
This finds left field. Julio is aboard. Julio hits this hard on the ground past Seager. That was 110 off the bat from Julio. Maybe a through the left side again. That ball was smoked at 109, so it's 109 and 110 today off the bat for 0-2. Hit hard off the mound into center field. Julio 3 for 3. Williamson took a turn but holds it second.
Took that opportunity, third time through the lineup against.
Inside out, served right field. Young held, and the Mariners have him loaded against Michael Wacha for the second straight inning.
Was into that J-Rod squad.
There's Caglione. He lines this to center. Julio closing, and he slides and makes the catch.
Hit 100 last night. We saw that.
Hard hit, and it's off the glove of Garcia, and the Mariners take the lead. Williamson scores on a ground ball rocket from Julio, and it's a 2-1 Mariners lead in the 7th inning. And my initial thought on that would be is this is pelted into the alleyway in right center field. Skims to the base of the wall. Extra bases for Julio. A man in scoring position for Cal Raleigh. It would simply be against Paul Skeens. There probably won't be many opportunities to try to capitalize on the ones you get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Around the Pirates club. It's hard to imagine any team playing at a worse clip than what the Pirates were doing. Julio is at the wall, and he makes the crashing catch. And my initial thought on that would be is this is pelted into the alleyway in right center field. Skims to the base of the wall. Extra bases for Julio. A man in scoring position for Cal Raleigh. It would simply be against Paul Skeens. There probably won't be many opportunities to try to capitalize on the ones you get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lashed out to the gap in left center field, and it short hops the wall. Crawford is being waved in, and the Mariners will not be shut out tonight. Julio with an RBI double. Now the Mariners get a run on the board in the 8th inning.
Good to see Julio time this up in the dugout today. This was your one shot at getting him throughout the series.
Pulled down the line, and that is fair. Julio was kind of slowing down for a second, but doesn't matter. He's in there automatically. Looks like that bounced over.
His career, though, is how streaky he's been. Rodriguez puts a charge into this one. Way back to left. It is gone. A deep fly from Rodriguez. His 12th homer of the year. And Seattle is up 4-1. Maybe he's catching fire.
My goodness. He's basically touching first when the ball finally.
And there goes Julio. Safe again. Rogers throw into second base. Julio going for third.
Veerling's throw not in time. Julio, stolen base, E2. He's at third base.
Julio making sure that he's going to keep pace with Randy.
RBI hit here today. Center field, and he's got a hit. Let's see if Williamson will be waved on. He will be. The throw from Veerling is not going to be in time. Ben Williamson, Superman slide. He's safe. Julio, RBI, and the lead is 7-1. Betting to break this one open. The Tigers come back 3 in the 5th. 7-4, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How did that one sound? Wow. Julio Rodriguez back to back. That one's number 13. Wow.
You look at the distance on that one, 427 feet. I said it yesterday during the game when we were watching it together, Brad. It's just his approach right now.
Line drives. Well, I was going to say single, but let's see what Julio wants to do. Yes, he will try for 2. The throw. And he is safe. A line drive left center field. Games. August 23 versus the Royals. That one out to right field. And this one's got some carry. And that one reaches the seats. He just did it again. Back to back to back for Julio Rodriguez, and the Mariners on the board.
And Brad, this is what we were hoping to see, you know, with Julio in the second half and
unearthed some gems in the middle rounds, like Bryce Miller in the 4th round in 21, Brian Wu in the 6th round in 21.
And Torres aggressive run to third, and he's going to be out by about 10 feet. The assist from Julio Rodriguez from center field. A mistake there by Torres. And 8 batters and did not retire a single one. Julio rips one down the line. That's extra bases into the corner in left field. J.P. Crawford being waved from third. Green's throw not going to be in time. Another run for the Mariners. Another extra base hit. That one, though, not a home run.
109 miles per hour.
Speaking of all-stars, Julio leading things off. He shoots this in the air out to right center field, dropping in for a base hit. Julio with a leadoff single. He is aboard in front of Cal Raleigh. And on the hands, a ground ball. Dubon circles it, only throws to first in time. Julio saying, I don't think so. Mariners film room will take a look. It was close.
He's pretty convinced he got in.
And they want to challenge right away. Both runners take off. The throw to third, tag, and the ball is dropped. Mastrobuoni is safe. A double steal by the Mariners. I mean, very aggressive with 2 outs, 2 on for Julio. Big chopper up the middle. Dubon cannot get there. Here comes Garver around third base to score. RBI base hit. Julio Rodriguez. It's a 3-0 Mariners lead. There he goes. Pitch is well outside and no throw offered. It's a stolen base for Julio.
Man, no chance again. We talked about Hunter.
Ground ball off of Mizorowski, and it goes all the way to foul territory. Julio is aboard of the. Here's Julio. Siegler was playing really far back, and because of that has no chance. It's an infield base hit for Julio.
Yeah, Julio Rodriguez.
Ground ball, and it finds a hole. Extra base hit against him. Oh, this is cracked on a line out to left field. Jesse Winker doubled. Put that on your bingo card for tonight. So Julio with a firm base hit. Puts a man.
His tendencies and how to prepare for a game.
Both runners take off as this pitch is in the dirt. So Cal Raleigh into second and Julio into third. Julio Rodriguez just swipes his 20th base this year.
teams than they are against bad teams. They're only one game over 500 against sub 500 teams.
This is really cranked down by the short wall and gone. A game-tying home run from Julio in the 5th inning. Man, does he love it here in Southern California. We're all tied.
When you think about what's going to happen in just a couple of days.
Joe Adell, a high rising fly ball out towards the wall. Julio leaps up and he makes the catch. He's allowed 3 home runs in his last 19 starts. Deep drive out to right field. On cue, home run, Julio! It has happened. The Mariners take Soriano deep, and Julio has homered. Julio clubs this deep out to left field, sailing way back and gone. Julio for the 2nd time. He has tied this game in the 6th inning. And they are booing him now here in Southern California. His 3rd home. 3-2. Looked like he got in on him a little bit, but Julio fights it off and works a base hit into left field. Well, CC Sabathia, one of the great left-handers of all time. Ichiro and Billy Wagner as this ball is on a line, and Julio covers a lot of ground quickly to make that catch. On a 3-1. Well, this is rifled out to left center field. Julio is going bonkers in LA. For the 3rd time in his career, he has homered in 3 consecutive games. It's his 4th home run in 3 days at Angel Stadium. He has gone off and has tied this game. Rushed by the industry, by his peers. This is out towards the gap in right center field. Julio short hops the wall as he gets into second base with a double. Mariners have a runner in scoring position. Big bouncer up the middle, and it sneaks into center field. Multi-hit night for Julio Rodriguez. He is aboard in front of Cal Raleigh now with 1 out. To resod, which they did not end up doing. High fly ball carried way back, and this is sailing on out of here. Julio, instant offense. Career home run number 99. He has tied the great Ichiro on the Mariners' all-time home run leaderboard. It is 1-0 Mariners. Fascinating to hear him talk baseball and talk about his mindset as Simeon hits this lazily into shallow center field. Julio, a slide. Does he make the catch? He picked it right off the top of the grass. He caught it clean. Into right field, and it touches down, base hit, clinks up Garcia's glove. This game is tied as Julio stands up at second base. He has evened it up in the 6th inning. Langford, a shot to center field. Julio is there, and Julio makes the catch. He ran all the way to the wall and was able to flag it down for. Julio cracks this high the opposite way. It is back in. It's gone! Julio! Career home run number 100. And it comes off one of the game's greats in Jacob deGrom. Julio Rodriguez, the first ever in baseball history to begin a career with 4.
Venue him up a couple days ago.
Right.
Nice.
Julio staying busy. Julio tracking this. Julio! makes the catch. Back, right?
Oh, surely, yeah.
On a line that is smoked. 112 off the bat from Julio. 2-out single.
About that with Jack Leiter. Grum did the same thing.
Julio breaks for second. The throw, the tag. Julio safe. 21st stolen base this year.
96.
2-2. Hard hit grounder up the middle into center field. 109 off the bat from Julio. A 2-out base hit keeps the inning going for Josh Naylor.
Oh, and I'm not gonna say him by first name. We'll just say Volcano David.
Into center field. Julio is aboard his second hit. I thought you called him the Volcano.
Yeah, I want
behind. Fly ball launched out to left field. They have hit another one. Julio's 21st has blown it open in the second. It's 7-1 Mariners. Julio breaks towards second.
Yeah, baby.
On the ground with some eyes into right field. Cal holds at second base. So the Mariners put the first 2 men aboard. A walk and a single.
Per-hour slider.
Out to center field. Really tagged back there. Watch out, J-Run squad. Here it comes.
Again, the pitch before was a 93-mile-per-hour slide.
Julio laces this down the line, and it just sneaks over the wall. An absolute tracer from Julio. He has homered in back-to-back at-bats. This place. Julio fights this off into shallow center, and it's a base hit. Now 3 straight base runners for the Mariners, and Cal Raleigh's 4.
Most pitches in an inning since 2017 for a Ray.
Barehand Caminero, and Julio is safe.
Mariners have won 7 in a row. Line right past the pitcher, Garcia. How in the world did that miss him? That was a bullet up the middle, and Julio gets aboard with 2 out. Pitch number 8. Well hit center field. Going back is Johnson to the 1-2 track, and this one is going to be off the fence. Julio heading for second. The ball bounces away from Johnson. Julio heading for third. Up with the ball is Carlson. The long throw in, not in time. Julio into third base, standing up with a triple, leading off.
That's all it was going to take, but the Orioles answered back.
Lined up the middle into left center field, a base hit for Julio. So right away the Mariners get that tie and run up the home plate, and that was sizzled. And a big hit to drive in a run in the 7th, and runners go. The pitch on the way, a strike, the throw to third, not in time. A double steal. Julio is safe at third. Suarez, the trailer, is safe at second base. Holy smokes. And now the Mariners have the tie and run out there at second base.
Yeah, what a time to take off too. You got Cano, who's just trying to find.
Started the game well over 2 hours ago. Naylor lead it first. Drive into the gap in right center field. Jackson on the run, and this one is gone. Goodbye baseball. Hey, welcome back. A big hop and a skip by Julio Rodriguez around the bag at second. And the Mariners get on the board after the rain delay. And it's now the Orioles 5 and the Mariners 2. And for Julio Rodriguez, his 24th home run of the season. And it's out of here the other way to right center field. It's now the Orioles 5 And the Mariners.
Stops included. There's a line drive left field. That's down and extra bases. Randy to third. He's being waved home. Julio in with the double. The throw. He's cut off and no throw home. And the Mariners, 3 batters in, have a 1-0 lead.
I love it, Brad.
And not being able to hang on to leads. Right now the Mariners up by 4 and a drive deep into right field. Soto going back, and this one is off the base of the fence. Kicks away from Soto. Cal Raleigh rounding third. He will score. Julio on at second base with an RBI double, back-to-back doubles, and the Mariners add on and now lead the Mets 11-6. Soto got too close to the wall. It bounded away from
at some point, and just for them to experience this here in the States, it's just pretty surreal for all of them.
Carlos, thanks. Carl, back to you. All right, we're watching Julio Rodriguez jump on a 2-strike pitch. He nailed that curveball. No chance for. Don't lose the love of the game of baseball from Julio Rodriguez. He swings, drives one to right. Soto puts his arm up. He's not going to get there. And the Mariners now have 2 on, trailing by 4. As Rodriguez singles.
And both himself and all those young players. This is scalded down the line into the corner. It's a fair ball and short hops to the base of the fence. Another extra base hit. That's the 6th on this road trip for Julio, who stands up at second. Ground ball, and Julio 2 for 2. It's been a struggle for the rest of the lineup. Well, the Vetter Cup is coming to Luzardo, part of that. Fly ball left field. Marsh tracking, watching, and it's gone. Julio Rodriguez with a first inning home run. Number 25 on the season. Now the Mariners are on the board. 1-0. Mariners playing from ahead, which is nice to see.
Nice sign right here. We talked about the struggles they've had.
Ground ball, and this works its way through. Another base hit for Julio. He's 2 for 2. To the Ford Sports Desk, Brad. Soft fly ball. Julio coming in. Julio lays out, and he makes the catch. That is a big catch.
To kick off his career, the first handful of years.
That's a fair ball off Julio's bat. 3-hit day for Julio. He stands up at second base with a double. Yeah, Ross back. 1-2. Flicked into shallow center field. Drops in, base hit. Crawford scores. He is in to touch home plate. Robles right behind him. Well, the Mariners add on another 2 runs. This time thanks to Julio. It's a 9-1 lead. Season's at 1 point.
Your origin story is absolutely fantastic, by the way.
Into right field for a base hit. Julio is aboard. Rosarena pushes into second base. And there it is. Julio with a base hit out to the gap. 2-out single. First traffic tonight for the Mariners. On the ground, right into right field. Cal Raleigh pushes into second base. Julio with a base hit. And the go-ahead run coming to the plate in Josh Naylor. Into left field for a base hit. Julio aboard right away to begin the home 4th inning. Strikes to Naylor. Julio at first base. There goes Julio. It's airmailed, and Julio swipes second, picks himself up, and he races into third. He's got a bag and advances on an error. Scoops this into the air, shallow right field, and falling for a base hit. Cal Raleigh, it's now bobbled. Raleigh stays put at third. Tatis lost it for a minute. So a soft serve single into right field for Julio, and the Mariners have him parked down the corners.
Would work here.
Julio right back up the middle into center field. Rosarena makes the turn around third. A single it is. It's a run scoring base hit for Julio. 3 batters into the ball game, and the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. This is laced left center, taking it away from Rodriguez, who lays out, and Julio Rodriguez makes the catch. A dynamite catch by the Mariners center fielder, trying to find
of a pitch. He is as great as the spin is.
This is laced. Almost picks off the second base umpire. That was 106 off the bat from Rodriguez. So the first hit by somebody other than a Rosarena for the Mariners.
Typically, the games that we.
Wow, this ball is clubbed out to the bleachers in left field and gone. Julio Rodriguez with an absolute tee shot with 2 outs in the 8th inning, and the Mariners are within a run.
He got Tim with the sweeper last time. Let's see if he goes back to it this time.
This is dropping in for a base hit. It was the sweeper, and Julio able to expand out of the strike zone and get enough on it to find a hit with 2 outs. Julio, a high towering fly ball, and this game is tied. Back-to-back jacks. Cal Raleigh and now Julio. Julio sailing back to the wall, and it is over the fence for a home run. Julio goes the opposite way with a 3-run homer, his 28th this year. The Mariners inching back into this one now. Wow, this ball launched left field, way back there. Julio! Instant offense, a 2-run blast, and the Mariners on the board right away. Julio angling back. Julio. Oh, he makes the catch. Wow. What a. Julio, a bolt to center field. Julio into the water. A splashdown in Atlanta, and a 30-homer season from Julio Rodriguez. What an absolute missile. Mariners take the lead in the 7th inning. Wow, that was scalded. Ground ball into right field, base hit. So it stays in the yard, but Julio picks up another knock. His 3rd hit. He's aboard for the 4th time tonight. Also been hit by a pitch.
On the series for the Mariners center fielder, and he goes for 3rd. Well, why not add a stolen base to his resume? That's 25 stolen bases on the season
last night, and just brought it into this afternoon.
Message for Castillo: just keep throwing strikes.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep attacking the strike zone and putting up zeros is what we need to do right now.
And we appreciate the time. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I guess the mustaches are going to stay too, Brandon.
Well, and the hits are going to stay apparently. There's a double to right.
Chopping third base. Gorman. And Gorman has no play. Line off the glove of Wynn. Rivas is in. Everybody else up a station. Mariners are on the board. It's a one-run game. Deep right center field, and oh, Julio! One of his all-time greats! What? Julio dropping into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back two-out singles. Chopping off the base, and it works for the Mariners. They're racing after it as Cal Raleigh's into third, and Julio. It's been that kind of a ride for Julio Rodriguez recently. The Mariners primed and in business in the 8th inning.
What a night for Julio.
Another 2-2. Line into center field. You could hear that. Man, that was squared up from Julio with a bum foot and all. 2 on. Fly ball, left field, and it short hops the wall. Crawford in, Rosarena right on his heels, and Julio has made this a 4-0 Mariners lead.
And he continues his dominance over Soriano.
Both runners are taking off, and both get in there without a throw. Well, that is a big deal here. Second and third now. Fly ball can win it.
Especially down the stretch.
Rodriguez, hot shot on one hop. Moncada field, skips it on 2 hops to first, and Rodriguez beats it out. An infield single for Julio Rodriguez.
This is a fair ball, and it skims off the short wall. Cal Raleigh pedals into third. The Mariners in business right away. A double from Julio. Julio out to the gap. This ball is to the base of the fence. Cal Raleigh is coming to third and being waved home. Play at the plate. Throw is up the line. Cal Raleigh safe. And the Mariners extend the lead. Julio with an RBI double. It's 3-0 in the third inning.
Julio just speed. There's no substitute.
Julio, throw, tag, out. Julio not too sure about that. Mariners will check the video. They want a challenge. This ball ripped into left field. Crawford is coming home. He'll score easily. Cal Raleigh into third base. Back-to-back ribby doubles from Julio. And the Mariners just keep playing that on. It's 6-0. Here is Julio. Infield about medium way and almost picks off Cal. He sidesteps it. Rosarena scores. Cal Raleigh is making his way home. 3 batters into the ball game. What a statement to open up this road trip. Julio with a 2. Nothing's impossible for Cal Raleigh, but this ball jammed him a little bit. It's past India into right field, and Julio his second hit. But now it could really pace out well for Cal to hit 60 on the final homestand of the year.
Yeah, going back to that. Maybe that was it.
Julio shoots this on a line into right field. Cal pedals into second base and holds there.
When you catch those baseball cards, like, man, look how they used to wear their hair.
Fly ball, left field, take cover in the Crawford boxes. It is gone. Julio Rodriguez has put the Mariners on the board right away. 1-0 Mariners in the first inning.
Well, Goldie, this is huge. We talked about Hunter Brown pitching in.
That stepped up and put himself on the map is now arguably a #1.
Well, that was a meatball, and Julio makes the catch. Allowed out #2. Julio on his way to second right away, and Julio is safe. Stole a base start.
And I'll tell you, too, to go along with Cal is the fact that
it's on the ground, but a base hit into right field from Julio. He reaches for the second time.
They don't want him to be the guy to beat him, so they're pitching around him, man, and he's showing.
With 58 home runs.
A line shot here. How long can you leave Alexander in this game? We have now batted around.
Popping that upper deck.
Julio, a tag, left field, this ball gone! Cal and Julio, back-to-back jacks!
Yep, that's the guy.
Inside out swing, Julio, base hit right field, Randy coming home. The throw to the plate, play at the plate, and out at home.
That was a big lead, too. I mean, he was able to cut that lead down.
Runner goes. This ball is really drilled to center field. Julio is at the wall, and he leaves an imprint. He makes the catch. And long stints on the IL. Julio, wide throw, not even close, and Julio swipes his 29th. He's one back shy. Julio breaking for third. He waltzes in. Julio Rodriguez, his 30th. On the ground, through the right side for a base hit. Cal into second. Julio with a base hit.
That they needed him to be. That's what AJ wanted.
Rodriguez into center field, backing his Meadows at the wall. Julio Rodriguez strikes first for Seattle. It's 1-0. The Rose Arena at third and Raleigh at first. Through the right side, this game is tied. Rodriguez, his second run driven in. It's a 2-2 game in the sixth. Oh, 1. On the ground, that's through, and the tying run is aboard for the Mariners. A 3-hit Rodriguez game 1, and he keeps the line moving. Line drive down the line, that's a foul ball, and the Mariners take the lead. Julio Rodriguez has come up clutch yet again.
They took off, winning 17 of 18 in September at one point. That's a line drive base hit to right center field. Varsho's over to cut it off. Raleigh heads for third. Seattle's got him cornered in the first inning. That is when he is at his best. Here's his 1-2. Rodriguez hooks one in the air down the line. If it's fair, it's got a chance, and it's gone. Julio Rodriguez with a 3-run shot in the first inning. Totally different story for Trey Savage. In his second postseason start, he gets punched right away. Rodriguez drills the ball to left center field, headed back there. Goodbye. Bieber's 2-2. Bouncing ball left side. This could be an infield hit. It will be. No try even from Barger. And Rodriguez is 2 for 2, showing off a couple dimensions. There were the 2 hits today. Clement hitting .467, and Rodriguez comes on to steal a third and send this game to the bottom of the 9th. Have a hit since. 0 for his last 12. On the ground, and there's a hit to snap the skid. Into the corner. Extra bases for Julio Rodriguez to start game 7. And there is your first star making an impact. There's a moment, and you know. And now a 2-2 pitch. And a high drive to left center field. Lucas on the run. That ball's gone. Julio Rodriguez, in the biggest game of his life, is delivering. Doubles and scores in the first, homers in the third, and it's 2-1 Seattle. Makes it easier jogging after you foul one off your shin.